Hello everyone, I'm Melinda NailFanatic. This is our June the 5th, 2017 Daily General Money and Romance Tarot, as we're doing it all in one lately. Let's get into the word of clarity for the day, and we're going to let this apply. This is going to be the main energy for all three readings. So let's see. Express. Express is the word that comes out for us. So I feel like in some sense it's going to be about what we're talking about. In some sense it's going to be about things picking up pace, moving. So let's see. First off, our daily general tarot. We're going to go ahead and pick out a play school flashcard, as we have been doing, which may be switching up because, as you've noticed, if you've been keeping up with the channel, I'm kind of switching things around and playing with different options, which is one thing I love. We have the orange basketball once again. So the orange basketball, speaking to me of the sacral chakra, talking about completion, talk about things coming full circle. I'm going to use a different deck for this general part of this spread. This is what we're going to take our messages from for the general spread today. Okay, and we got a couple cards wanting to come out. So the situation is helpless and hopeless. This is the 8 of Swords. This is talking about not really knowing which direction to go. Something you need to know is to follow your heart. Follow your heart, and that's where you should stay grounded in your heart. Heart-based meditation could help you see some clarity on what to do. The 4 of Swords is what the situation's moving into, so I feel that you will find some peace about it today. You're going to go ahead and do your meditation. You're going to get into your quiet spiritual mind and find some peace about the situation. And what is it about? It's about the Ace of Wands and new vitality, and it's about taking the lead, the 3 of Wands. So this is about wanting to know which way to go. I feel like for some of you, you have, especially with the moving and the express card coming up, I feel like there's some decision you have to take about which way to go. You're really confused because you know you have a new start. You know you have to take the lead and make a choice, and you need to listen to your heart and relax and trust that inner self to guide you, and understand that if you look, both of these paths are so similar, you know. Either way, it's gonna come out fine. You can't really take a wrong decision here. However, your heart is gonna guide you also. Either way, whichever way you go to where you need to be is what I'm hearing there. Let's get into the money part of the message. And so I will take from this deck what message is there for us for today, June the 5th, 2017. There's our card. It's card number 16. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer, because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. So, as far as money goes, are we looking at what we're wanting, or are we looking at the lack of it, is the question that's being asked to us today. And so let's go ahead and pull a tarot spread on that, keeping in mind that we have express and the base of the deck was moving. So let's see, what is the tarot message for us today in regards to money for June 5th, 2017. There's our first card out. Oh, good. The 9 of Discs. Gain. So we're dealing with the situation of gain right now. And I feel that for somebody, now that you came into some financial gain, you're starting to worry a little bit and starting to possibly tell a story that doesn't benefit you. And it's coming, this financial gain for some of you is coming from a situation that actually came out of some frustration, something falling apart, came out of some kind of, I want to use the word chaos, where this financial gain came out of. And the energy you're moving into about it is the Shame and the Hermit card. So you're going to go into yourself and look for direction and inner voice. The factors around this are the Nine of Cups and the Moon, another 9. So I feel like we now have 1 + 8 = 9, 9, 9, 9. We have a lot of completion here. So I feel like for somebody, there was, and here's the 3 of Wands, which is the same card that's down here, okay? So I feel like we have somebody at the end of a cycle, at the end of a completion of something. Somebody's finishing off their divorce. Somebody else had somebody that died. Either way, whatever happened, and I don't mean to be callous or breeze over the subject, but whatever happened as it affected your finances are increasing as a result of it. And so I feel like you have some joy over it. I feel like if it was over a divorce, you know that this is best for you, and you're just going to follow your intuition and allow yourself to discover what else there is to you, and you're going to let this money be part of that. For those of you who lost somebody, I feel like, again, there's a release, an emotional release going on. A little bit over emotional, but in the end you're happy because you know that person is no longer suffering. They're not in any more pain anymore. You don't have to watch them struggle through the pain of trying to be alive anymore, because it was just really tough on that person. And I feel like for you, they had left you property, inheritance, finances, jewelries, some kind of something that added to your financial gain. And so you're really at this point feeling some confusion, you know. How can I be so happy over this change when I lost this person and stuff like that? So for you, you're really going to be going into yourself over the situation. But understand that when the Tower shows up, this is something that needed to come down. This is something that needed to change. I'm seeing also another story here for someone else where what's come down is their old beliefs about how they acquire their income. And so now you're feeling better about how you acquire your income. You're letting your guidance intuition guide you. And you are sticking to what you think. And if that means you got to be by yourself on this and make your own magic in your life to allow these things to happen, then that's exactly what you're going to do. Now let's get into the romance portion of our reading today. And let's see what message we have. Oh, it flops right out, so we're going to take it. I am truth. I do take jumpers and fallouts. I know a lot of people don't, but I'm a firm believer that nothing happens on accident. Everything is on purpose. The bottom of the deck is love, so how could we go wrong with that? Stick to your truth because the love is there. Now let's see what the tarot wants to lend to this situation. And for this message, I chose a deck that's close to my heart, but I haven't touched it in a while. So let's see what the Phantasmagoric Theater Tarot has to add about our romance tarot. What's the situation in romance for June 5th, 2017? For my beloved brothers and sisters. And keep bearing in mind that the main energy of the day is expressed and moving. So things in motion, things being discussed and in truth. So already with that, I'm saying, you know, that this is about you expressing your truth in a very bold way where you're confident and assured of who you are, what you're doing, what you want, and you don't compromise, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands is the main situation. This is a lady who is deciding to undergo some creative activity, and with the 11 on her head is just showing me a gateway, a new beginning here. And very quickly there's going to be some communication. For some of you, it's going to have to do with a Capricorn person, whether you know them before or not. I do feel a new energy here though, and there's some communication, so a lot of activity. I feel like there's going to be a lot of back and forth here. The factors in the situation is justice. There's another 11 there. So now we have 11, 11, and the 7 of coins. The factors in the situation is you're wanting the situation to be fair and balanced. And for some of you, there is also a Libra involved in the situation, whether How that plays out, I don't know. You know, but for some of you, there's a Libra involved in this situation. And 7 of Coins, talking about waiting on your reward, a well-deserved reward, knowing that from creating from your own passionate heart center, sticking to your truth, being honest and fair in how you express yourself is part of what Jupiter is saying to me here with the Justice card. And also there's a lot of physical attraction here. You know, that things are coming together in a very beautiful way to bring about the end of a situation and the beginning of a new one, which makes sense because we have the 11-11. So I see new beginning here, walking into new reality. I feel for somebody, if this is a new relationship, it's a possibility that between the two of you, there may be 7 children total. And so it's like, how is all of this going to come together, especially if this is a new person? For others of you, I feel like just bearing in mind that the energy of justice and the devil is here together, saying that although there's some bad habits, temptations, reoccurring cycles there, things are coming into balance. Things are coming to balance. This is part of the factors. And with the World at the bottom, if you're in a reoccurring relationship, they could possibly have to do with the fire sign as well. There's also fire between these cards and Earth, but we definitely have the Capricorn and the Libra there. You know, whatever that cycle is, that karmic cycle is coming to its end. I feel like you've done your work as far as karma is concerned to be able to be free from that situation and move on, and to free yourself from the situation, because the universe doesn't hold you in place. It's you that holds yourself in place. So don't ever get that twisted. Now, if you're interested in a personal consultation, those are always by donation. My Custom Words of Clarity deck are also available for you, and those are by commission. My website has all the details you would need to move forward. And anybody acquiring their personal consultation through me will also have their name entered in a drawing for an additional free reading in the future. So my website for all those details is lphtarot.com. That's lphtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.